Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is J Flow Trooper Foe. Okay, so I come out here and give a bid on a job. And as I was passing through here, I was reminded of the grace that God has given me. And I was just sharing this story with my Aunt Josie. And so this here, guys, is no hill. So this is up here in West Texas, in Big Spring, Texas. And now right here in the middle, there used to be a medium that was about a foot high. And that over there, it turns to the left. That's Ratliff's Road. Anyways, so right down there at the bottom, if you can look where my finger is, there is a dirt road or a paved road right there to the right. I remember, oh gosh, in the late 80s, early 90s, I was wheeling and dealing drugs, and I had a lady, we'll just say her name was Kat. She was an alcoholic and a junkie like I was. At that particular point in life, I did not shoot cocaine and I didn't smoke crack, but I snorted lots of it, lots of cocaine. And I was also a Satanist. And we had been out partying and 3-4. And so as we were coming down this road, I turned and looked at her in the passenger side. These were my exact words. "Are you ready to die and go to hell and burn forever and ever in Nodus's name?" And she looked at me. She's like, "Sure." So I booked it. And I was going about, I think I hit 80 something miles an hour coming down this road. And I remember in my mind, I thought, well, I'm going to take a drag of a cigarette before I commit suicide. And as I reached down to grab my cigarette, I was in a little bitty Toyota Corolla. It was a maroon color, maybe a dark brown color. I had just lost my Cadillac Seville. And that was my pride and joy, because back then, if you drove a Cadillac or a Lincoln Town Car, you were the bomb, and you were... Basically, it was just a way to show off as a drug dealer. And I had my little cellular phone that was one of those backpacks with the big old phone. Anyways, long story short, I was thinking to myself, well, I'm going to smoke a cigarette before I die. And so as I reached to grab that cigarette, I remember when I went and looked back on the road, I lost my, what's the word? I lost control of the vehicle, and I hit that medium, and when I hit it, my car went to the right, and we flew, and I fell in a ditch. Anyways, long story short, we walked away without a scratch. And I remember we had like a 12-pack of beer, and I carefully picked up all the beer that was in the back of the vehicle and emptied out the vehicle and threw the cans about a mile away from that area, so that when the cops found the vehicle, I wouldn't be arrested for DWI. Anyways, when my mama went and looked at that vehicle, I seen her crying, and I asked her, I said, "Mom, why are you crying?" Well, the sheriff had told my mom that they don't know how anyone could have survived that wreck, because the steering wheel column was literally against the seat, and it didn't break my chest, it didn't cave in my chest or anything like that. So I know that God was watching over me. Anyways, I wanted to share that because, you know, we don't realize how powerful prayer is. And I can tell you for a fact that my family had been praying for me And those were just some of the stupid things that I did as a Satanist. You know, I put people in jeopardy all the time. And to me, to ask this individual, are you ready to die and go to hell and burn forever and ever? And then she says, okay. And you just go and try to kill yourself with another individual. I mean, that's just crazy, right? Anyways, I just wanted to share that and let you know that God's grace is sufficient for us. Sometimes we get involved in this life's trials and tribulations that we don't stop to think how beautiful God really is, because my life could have been taken that day, and I could have took her life, or I could have took her life, and I could have gone to prison for the rest of my life for manslaughter. And so I just thought, man, how blessed I really am to be alive and to run my own business now. Jesus and Jay Handyman, praise you, Father. Anyways, y'all have the rest of a good week. God bless you. In Jesus' name.